Hello and welcome to a new show that's going to be all about the community test environment. In recent patches we've had big changes to the netcode, to night vision and also to the spotting system. So first we have the netcode update, and this is pretty complicated stuff, so I've got to thank Battle Nonsense who explains this kind of stuff really well, and I've finally got my head around it. Basically what they've done is taken bullets out of the 30Hz update rate and they've linked it to your frame rate instead. The reason for doing this is that the frame rate tells them how your PC is handling the game. So if your frame rate is running at 60 frames per second, then they know your PC can also handle updates at 60 a second. This will also apply to consoles, because consoles play the game at more than 30 frames per second. It fluctuates a lot more and doesn't reach the heights that PCs reach, but if you're playing at 45 frames a second, you're still getting an extra 15 updates per second. Now the update rate isn't to be confused with the tick rate. The tick rate is how fast the server and client actually process information they're given. The update rate is how fast they transfer information between each other. The reason they've made this change is to better model the damage in the game. At the moment what can happen is you get an effect called bullet stacking, where the server is processing multiple rounds at the same time. Let's say that somebody is shooting at you with an AEK. He fires a 3-round burst and those 3 bullets leave his gun as normal. They arrive at the server and are processed at the same time. So to you it seems that in one frame your health dropped by 75, whereas in fact those bullets were just normally fired in the game, but the server is catching up with the damage and so implements it all at once. So this effect is usually caused by a bit of lag or packet loss, but it is quite dramatic when it happens, and it's one of the reasons why you sometimes feel that you died to one bullet from an AEK. And according to Battle Nonsense's figures, the damage update to your character is now 60 milliseconds faster, and the health update to your character is 60 milliseconds faster. It's fixed the bullet stacking problem, and it's also fixed an issue where you could get 2 hit effects for the same bullet. It's unlikely that we're going to see this change in the spring update, because this is just the first step of a major change. What they want to do is turn the high frequency update into your frame rate. So that would be for everything. Your updates would no longer be fixed at 30Hz, they'd be fixed to your frame rate. So in my case that would be around 120Hz. Because I lock my frame rate to 120 because that's the frame rate of my monitor. So if somebody's running at 30Hz and I'm running at 120Hz, does that mean I have an advantage in game? No, because all it's going to do is show what is happening in game to me better. It's not going to make me kill him any faster, it's not going to make me know where he is any better than he knows where I am. What it is going to do is mean that when I get shot, my system reports that damage to me better. The only advantage I'm going to get is that my game is going to feel smoother and all the damage reporting and health reporting is going to be better on my end. It doesn't mean that I'm going to stay alive, I'm still going to take the damage, I'm just going to take it in a more accurately modelled form. This next page of changes is really complicated. I'm not going to go through it in detail. Essentially what it is doing is improving the bullet modelling. So it's improving how the game handles bullets hitting objects and bullets hitting clients. And these changes have been made because the server's now getting faster updates about bullets, it's got more accurate information, so it can actually handle the processing of the bullets more accurately as well. The next update is to do with night vision. Because they've made the IRNV and the FLIR sights a lot better, they're actually giving them some more penalties. So flares, flashlights, laser sights and thermal grenades now affect them a lot more. And the scopes now can't see clearly through the smoke from thermal grenades or from a vehicle's smoke grenade launchers. They've also increased the size of the scopes by removing the fuzzy ring from around the edge. So if we compare these two images, the image on the left is from before the patch and the image on the right is from after the patch. And as you can see, the IRNV scope now has a much wider diameter view. And it's the same story for the FLIR. That's also scaled up to the same size. So this does make the night vision for soldiers slightly better, but it still does give them a massive disadvantage against vehicles which have a full screen night vision that's permanently on. The next major change is called Spotting 2.0, and the goal behind this is to make spotting at range much more accurate. So not that spotting tells you more accurately where somebody is, but that you have to be more accurate in looking at somebody to actually spot them in the distance. Enlarged and enhanced the image a bit to show the edges of this new cone more clearly, and it's not really a cone, it's more of an inverted arrow shape. So at close ranges it's a broader cone, but it then tapers off to a narrow tunnel. So at long ranges you've got a narrower field of view that you can actually spot in. At close ranges you've still got quite a wide area that will spot. There's also now a max spotting distance. Past that distance you can't spot somebody at all. So the area in which you can spot somebody by pressing the spot button is shown in blue. The area in green is showing you the passive minimap spotting. So what happens is if you turn and look towards somebody, even if you're not pressing Q, they will be spotted on the minimap. They won't get the Dorito over their head, but they will appear for your whole team on the minimap. Now this passive spotting has been reduced massively. It used to be out to 1,200 meters, and that's been reduced to 100 meters. Active spotting, for close range it's the same as it is now. For long range it's now at 0.15 degrees out to a maximum range of 1,200 meters. So in this new system, close range spotting hasn't changed. Long range spotting is now much harder. There's going to be no automatic passive spotting of long range targets, and when trying to actively spot those long range targets you're going to have to be more accurate. So if you're a spot button spammer like I am, you're going to have to press that button more times to get your spots off. So those are the major changes in the recent CTE patches. There have been some smaller changes as well, so there's been lighting fixes for the nighttime maps, but I can't really show you those at the moment because I still have this IRNV bug, whereas whenever I aim down sights with an IRNV sight, the game crashes. But hopefully that will be fixed soon. So this show should now be a regular feature on the channel. The idea is that Battlefield 4 News will cover anything that's happening to the retail game, and the CTE update shows will show you what's happening on the CTE servers and what might be coming to the retail game in the future. Hope you like this idea, and thanks for watching.